So a subluxation is when two bones in the spine, they twist out of position and then they put pressure on a nerve. When that happens, that nerve will start to lose voltage over time, and as that nerve starts to lose voltage, you can get these symptoms that accumulate, such as aches, pains, numbness, tingling, weakness, burning, or incoordination anywhere that nerve may travel to. So you have nerves that literally run from your neck, down your arms, hands, and fingertips. Mid-back, it's more your chest, up underneath your shoulder blade. And then you also have nerves that run from your low back down to your legs, feet, and toes. What most people don't realize is these same nerves control the organs too. So the nerves in the neck, actually, in the lower part of the neck, they run to your thyroid. Upper part goes to your sinuses, your ears, eyes, nose, and throat. Mid-back, it's more heart and lungs. And then low back, it's your digestive system, kidneys, liver, sexual reproductive organs, so on and so forth. So as far as spinal hygiene goes, really our spine is made to do a couple things. The first thing is it's made for movement, so all these bones have to be moving correctly in order for your spine to work. Number two, it's made for structure, so we stand upright. And number three, it's made to protect the spinal cord and these spinal nerves running through it. So a lot of times today, especially, people text on their phones, they sit at desks for 8 hours a day, and they really say sitting is the new smoking. And what you're essentially doing by sitting all day, and really we weren't made to sit all day, but what happens is the shoulders start to lean forward, the head starts to come forward, just through typing all day long, and certain muscles get shorter and weaker and tight, and then muscles on the back start to stretch and become overstretched, and we kind of get stuck in this posture. So there are several things that you could do per day that will help with spinal hygiene. The first thing really is what you want to start your day with, and that's just range of motion. So the first thing that our spine is made to do is move. However, when we wake up in the morning, we kind of just get our cup of coffee and sit and watch television, and it's just not the way to start your day. The reason why this is so important is when the spine is subluxated, when a bone goes out of place and it's not getting proper movement, the spine starts to break down. Meaning they did a study with rats, okay, that they fixated or fused a part of the rat's spine, and within 10 to 14 days, there's arthritic markers that started to show up in the blood. And so we know that lack of movement, I'm sure you've heard the term, if you don't use it, you lose it. Mm-hmm. That is so true, not only with a muscle. If you don't work out a muscle, it starts to atrophy, gets weaker, but also the spine will start to break down over time. That is the precursor to arthritic markers, arthritis, and degeneration in the joint and in the disc. So the first thing we should do in the morning is go through a normal range of motion. Each part of your spine is built to do 3 ranges of motion: side to side, front to back, and then rotation. So literally in the morning, when you get up, you want to go through all those planes. So in the neck, it's going to be forward and back, and you're going to hold for about 15 seconds as you go through each range of motion, all right? But just to show you, it's going side to side, it's rotating your neck to the right and holding, rotating, and holding, and then you're going to also do that in your mid back and your low back, which simply looks like this. Okay, you're going to flex and extend your thoracics, and then you're going to go side to side with the lumbar, side to side, forward and back, and then rotation is the last one. And that's how really you should start every day. To get up and start some healthy range of motion. Then there's also things that you do for your structure. This is stuff that you do at night, which is simply putting, and here we have custom orthotics where it actually restores the curve in your neck. But at night you want to either use the orthotic that we give you in the office, and then also there's these little pieces of foam, they're little cylinders that you put in the back of your neck, and you'll lay with the piece of foam underneath your neck and supporting your low back to help those natural curves. Why do we do this? Because quite simply, throughout the day, we're doing this and texting all day long, which is decreasing the curve, the natural curves in our spine, and we want to enhance those curves by using the foam roller or some sort of cylinder underneath our neck and our low back. And if you're a patient in this office, you'll use the orthotic that we give you. The last thing you do is healthy motion in the low back. So from ages 1 to 12, you have a blood supply that goes into the disc in your spine, in your low back. However, from age 12 and higher, you lose the blood flow in the disc. So how you get blood flow, you need blood flow everywhere in your body. If you're not getting blood flow, that area is not healing, okay? And essentially the area is dying off. And so that's the cause of a lot of disc degeneration, is people are not moving. So one of the things that you'll do is you'll get like a circular ball, one of those exercise balls. This is gonna be hard to do, but in this area, but it's a circular ball, or you could get one of those half balls that you put in a chair, and basically you sit down like this, and you're gonna rock back and forth. So this is what's called imbibition. So you're gonna rock back and forth this way, forward and back, and then you're gonna go at a 45-degree angle both directions. What this does, if you Google imbibition on the internet, what will happen is you'll see that basically what that is motion in order to get water and blood flow back in the disc so the disc doesn't degenerate over time. This combats the negative effects of sitting. And they say that sitting is the new smoking, and that's true, because the longer you sit, literally the more your spine degenerates and breaks down over time. And so literally just sitting an hour more a day increases mortality rate. There's a lot of research causing asthma and allergies, and definitely lung capacity, because when you're hunched over, you can't get that full breath in that your body needs. And of course, your body requires a lot of different things. Oxygen is one of the key components.